of the May 6th, 2025 work session, please.
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Pagan. May I have a second? Seconded by Councilman Demore. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain?
Abstain.
Abstention by Councilwoman Phillips. Next, I'll ask for the approval of the executive session minutes of the May 6th, 2025 business meeting. May I have a motion to approve those minutes, please? Motion by Councilwoman Harron. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Pagan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstained? Councilwoman Phillips?
Abstain. Thank you
Yep. That's
for
all right.
reminding me, Mayor.
Awesome. Wonderful. And now we will commence with what I believe many of you are here for tonight, and that is a proclamation honoring Ernest Merlino and his upcoming 100th birthday. So if Ernie and his family, if you're okay with that, we'd like to stand up here in the center and we'll present you these proclamations. We can also move a chair if we have to, or
Yeah, maybe put a chair up there.
Here, then you can sit. You can stand.
good. He says no chair.
No chair.
Like a textbook.
Yeah.
Greatest generation. I love it.
World War II vet.
Yeah, Ernie, what? Well, all right, there you go. So this is quite the honor of, I've only done one other proclamation for someone turning 100 years of age. So this isn't an everyday occurrence, shockingly, but it's quite the honor for it to be you, Ernie. And I'll read the proclamation. Honoring Ernest Merlino on the occasion of his 100th birthday, this May 27th, 2025. Right. Whereas Ernest Ernie Merlino, a distinguished resident of the Borough of Haddon Heights, will celebrate his 100th birthday on May 27, 2025, marking a century of remarkable life and service. And whereas Ernie Merlino served with honor and distinction in the United States Army during World War II, stationed in New Guinea and the Philippines, receiving many medals, including a Distinguished Service Cross for extraordinary heroism in combat, standing amongst the brave men and women who defended our nation's freedom and democracy during one of history's darkest hours. And whereas following his military service, Ernie Merlino married his long-loving wife, Doris Lamara, in 1950 and purchased his first and only home here in the Borough of Haddon Heights, where he lived for 70 years, demonstrating an unwavering commitment to our community and its future. And whereas throughout his time in Haddon Heights, Ernie Merlino served with distinction on the Borough Council and played a major role in the redevelopment of downtown Haddon Heights, helping to shape and improve our beloved community. And whereas Ernie Merlino dedicated himself to public service in our community for 30 years, serving with exceptional skill and integrity as tax collector, treasurer, and chief financial officer for the Borough of Haddon Heights until his retirement only in 2010, demonstrating exceptional financial stewardship and commitment to the residents of the Borough of Haddon Heights. And whereas beyond his professional accomplishments, Ernie Merlino exemplifies the value and dedication, perseverance, and civic responsibility that define the greatest generation and serve as an inspiration to all who know him. Now, therefore, be it resolved, I, Zachary Houck, Mayor of the Borough of Haddon Heights, together with the members of the Borough Council, do hereby proclaim May 27th, 2025 as Ernest Merlino Day in the Borough of Haddon Heights, and urge all citizens to join in celebrating this remarkable milestone and expressing appreciation for his legacy of service in our community and our nation.
Oh, thank you.
To come up and assist real fast. So there are a number of proclamations here. As much as I know Ernie would be a good soldier and stand at attention for all of them. I don't want to challenge. So I will just kind of summarize these proclamations. So the first congressional district of the United States of America, Congressman Norcross could not be here, but he sent a proclamation honoring Ernie as well as a flag that was flown over the U.S. Capitol.
Oh,
All right, and this is that proclamation. We also have the proclamation from the Congressman's office.
Oh, jeez. Wonderful.
I have a proclamation from the 5th Legislative District, which is Assemblyman Bill Spearman, Assemblyman Bill Moen, and State Senator Nilsa Cruz Perez, who again could not be here, but acknowledged the proclamation on behalf of Ernie and all of his accomplishments, and specifically his service to not only country but community. And finally, this, which I think is really cool, is a military service medal on behalf of Camden County, as well as a challenge coin, and that is on behalf of the Camden County Board of Commissioners and the Office of Veterans Affairs.
Oh, okay,
So,
thank you.
My daughter.
So, Ernie, you are truly a model citizen for all of us here in this room tonight. We're about to swear in one of our newest public servants, a firefighter, and I couldn't have asked for a better night for that to happen, because he gets to see, as well as all of us, what it means to truly be selfless and serve not only your nation, but the incredible community of Haddon Heights. And I want to thank all of his family and friends for coming out and honoring him, and more importantly, of letting him, continue to serve the borough of Haddon Heights.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
very much. Thank you.
Next, we'll have the swearing in of our newest career firefighter, David Ernie. David Ernie. There you go. I was going to say, you've got the... That's a Freudian slip there. That's it. Here's your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of firefighter according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. And again, this is quite the honor for me, because I remember Kevin when he was a very, very wee, small little lad who was buffing fires with his father, and to see him now, a career firefighter with the Haddon Heights Police Fire Department, is quite the accomplishment. You've come a long way, and I'm sure you've had a lot of great mentors that have helped you along that way, your mom and your father especially. So congratulations. Chief, congrats. Yes. Yeah, so we're going to take a 2-minute recess to allow the fire department, if you would like any quick photos inside here, anything like that, we can take them. Okay? And if Ernie would like family
Public safety director.
All right.
We're gonna commence with the meeting. You guys hanging? I just don't wanna. You guys you can leave, you can stay, you can do whatever you want. I just want to let you know I'm gonna start, that's all. I mean, he probably did about, let's see, 30 times 12 times 2, 24, couple, maybe close to 1,000.
Take care.
Again, Ernie.
Love you, man.
Thank you.
We'll see you Monday. Tuesday's his birthday. Monday's Memorial Day. He doesn't miss it. So. Nice. All right. So we will commence with the, continue with the meeting. Next, we have council member reports. Council, I will start at the end there. Councilman DeMore.
Start off with engineering committee reports, really just finalizing the details on the repairing of the chairlift as well as the road paving program. First package is getting ready to go out to bid here shortly, focused on 2nd Ave and 7th Ave in front of the schools first.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
That's it. Wonderful. Councilwoman Herron.
Thank you, Mayor. From the civic event side, we have our Memorial Day celebrations coming up on Monday, the 26th, starting at 10 a.m. at the Sons of Italy World War I Memorial. We'll start the ceremonies there at 10, followed by the parade that will begin at 10:30, with ceremonies starting at the Cannons, hosted by the VFW at 11. So we are looking forward to that and really excited for the day and to celebrate Ernie once again. 4th of July planning is well underway. We've made a call out on the neighbors group for floats, asking local schools, clubs, local organizations, and businesses to show off their spirit and creativity with a float for this year. We have a few groups already signed up and eager to bring more into the fold. I know that floats have been a part of the parade in the past, and we're excited to bring them back. I think I want to thank everybody on the Parks and Rec Committee and all the hard work that's gone into the fields. The fields look fantastic, and happy to see all of the groups out getting some good games in. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Addison.
Okay, Environmental Commission, we're still waiting to talk for the grant. We had a problem with locating deeds they required to exist. So we're back to just being rated DEP, what we don't exist on David Cullen put in for a grant, which is New Jersey, so we need that. Shade tree. We got 30 trees, put 15 of them in the ground. They were sycamores, so like 14 feet tall. Burlap, and asked, shout out to Tim Fisher, Mark Duffy, consistently doing it all. Like DPW, make sure they're planted the right way. Mark's actually keeping trees in his house, nurses. And we had each shelter that planted on us. Yeah, and then Mike Vansdorfer has put in for the tree inventory, the report on the future tree plan. So those are underway. Contract. Put in grant reimbursement expense. And then the fountains, the slow go, where I finally got a second quote on the fountain. We got one quote on the plumber, another quote from us, quote that they delivered. permit put in for water service. So I know I will have a presentation ready for you next meeting and receive that. And then Citron Station was great event, and we went there, shout out to him, and the volunteers, Patty's Day. And then for Memorial Day, on our veterans, and I'm excited to do that. So,
Thank you, Councilman Odison. Council President Morgan?
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I just want to echo the sentiments about the HIP event this past weekend. It was a great turnout and great weather, and a lot of people got to see how great Station Ave is, see what a special place the town can be. So thanks to HIP for doing that. Otherwise, that's it for me this month. Thanks.
Councilwoman Phillips?
Thank you, Mayor. Want to give a congratulations again to our newest career firefighter, Kevin Ehrman. But it's my understanding he's been a longtime volunteer in Barrington and now in Heights, so we're happy to have him on officially. In that regard, I'll give the fire department report for April 2025, which I think came in the day after our last meeting, so I don't think anybody reported on it last time. There were 18 calls in Haddon Heights, 20 calls in Barrington, 13 calls to mutual aid, 5 calls to the highway, for a total of 56 calls in April. Average firefighters per call was 6, and career staff calls was 23. So that's good statistics, and we appreciate the continued good work of the fire department. I will also provide the police monthly report for April 2025. There was 1,047 calls for service, 14 arrests and charges, 15 accidents, and 188 motor vehicle summons issued. Continued good work from our police department as always. And just a reminder that National Night Out for this year is August 5th at the Dell. That'll be from 5 to 7. Tons of activities, touch truck, face painting, popcorn, ice cream, pie eating contest that I always make fun of Mayor Hauk for losing.
I just don't win. I don't lose. I don't lose. I just don't win.
Although he always
Can't go
gives
with a
it,
baby spoon.
he always does a great job. He just doesn't quite get there. So we hope to see everybody there as well. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilwoman
Thank you.
Phillips. Councilman Pagan?
Yeah.
Pagan?
You had to bring up that pie. The Municipal Alliance met yesterday, put in final touches on the National Night Out and the Firecracker 5K. And for all the forgetful parents like me, tomorrow is game day. It's 26-day countdown, so don't forget. It's the letter G. That's it.
Thank you. Mayor's report. Obviously, as I said earlier, it was quite the honor to be able to have the privilege of honoring longtime civil servant and veteran Ernest Merlino, and at the same time then swear in our newest civil and public servant, Kevin Ehrman, with the Haddon Heights Fire Department. I want to thank not only Heights Grows for all of the beautiful work they have done and continue to do, maintaining the planters and gardens along Station Avenue. They got it done just in time despite a rain delay, and their work once again made our avenue look absolutely beautiful when thousands of both residents and visitors packed the downtown for HIP's Rhythm and Brews, which for once in I think the last 2 or 3 years, the weather finally cooperated. It was a beautiful day. It was great to see so many residents out there. And so again, thank you to HIP, to all of the volunteers, as well as Heights Grows for really, really making Haddon Heights shine. Another one, I just want to remind everybody, Primary Day is very quickly approaching. There are, can you remind me, Kel? There is a location change, right, for several of our districts.
So District 3 is moving over to the cabin that was in the community center. District 6 and 7, which were previously in Glenview School, are becoming, obviously, Vivian Schools, which was the goal. And those 2 districts are moving to the community center. Everything else is the same.
Right. Wonderful. So again, just want to encourage people, don't forget about Primary Day. It's an important day to exercise our right to vote. And if you have a vote by mail ballot, which many people do, there is a drop box down by the Operations Center on Atlantic Avenue, where the old DPW building was. And there's a drop box right there. You can safely drop it in that box versus the mail slot, but you can also drop it in the mailbox. But just, I'll make a reminder again, the first meeting in June. But please don't forget to vote. And finally, I wanted to just remind everybody that Bob Hunter, you can't miss him. He's typically either at the library or somewhere on our downtown. He is selling flags to honor veterans on Memorial Day. You can honor a specific veteran or just make a donation to the Rotary to have flags planted along Station Avenue. It's a beautiful sight. You'll see it probably as of Saturday or Sunday. They typically get them in the ground leading up to Memorial Day. So, and that is it. That's it for the mayor's report. Moving into unfinished business, we have public hearing and final adoption of ordinance 2025-1572, an ordinance of the Borough of Haddon Heights approving the application and financial agreement for a long-term tax exemption with the Waters Pike Haddon Heights Urban Renewal LLC for Block 36, lots 10 and 11 on the official borough tax map. We are electing to table this ordinance and end the public hearing until the next borough meeting, which will be June 3rd, correct? Kel, at June 4th? But isn't the primary days the following? Primary's on the 10th.
It is on for
10th.
Tuesday.
That's all right. Yeah. Somebody else said, yeah. So public hearing and final adoption of ordinance 2025-1572 would be tabled.
Yeah, just a note of clarification. We're working with our professionals on perhaps addressing some of the language within that agreement, and so it might require a reintroduction. So I just don't want to.
Depending on if it's substantial, but can we do a motion in a second, Mayor, to table?
Yes. Can we have a motion to table ordinance 2025-1572?
So moved.
Motion by Council President Morgan, a second by Councilman Pagan. Have a roll call vote, please.
Yes, Mayor. Council President Morgan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Phillips?
Yes.
Councilman Addison? Councilman Pagan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harron? Councilman Demore? Thank you.
Thank you. So public hearing and potentially final adoption of ordinance 2025-1572 or a reintroduction of the amended ordinance will occur at the Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025 at 7 p.m. at the regular Borough Hall, at the regular council meeting here in the Borough Hall, 625 Station Avenue, Haddon Heights, New Jersey. Read that a few times to kind of memorize that. Thank you. All right. And next we have resolution 2025, a resolution authorizing the 2025 municipal budget to be read by title only. And so did we introduce that last week, or right? And so this is a public hearing portion, right?
Reading the budget by title only.
I'm tracking.
This is
I'm saying
and
this.
then
Yep,
the
it's the
public
double
hearing.
resolution. So may I have a motion for resolution 2025-128, please?
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Phillips. May I have a second? Seconded by Council President Morgan. May I have a roll call vote?
Yes, Mayor. Council President Morgan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Phillips?
Yes.
Councilman Addison?
Yes.
Councilman Pagan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harron? Councilman Demore?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next, may I have a motion to open the public hearing portion of the 2025 municipal budget, please?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Pagan. May I have a second? Seconded by Councilwoman Harron. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Thank you. Public hearing portion for the 2025 municipal budget is now open. If you'd like to make a comment regarding our municipal budget, please step up to the microphone, state your name and the town you live in for the record. Not seeing any public comment. May I have a motion to close the public comment portion?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Pagan. May I have a second? Seconded by Councilman Addison. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Thank you. And next, I'll ask for a motion to adopt Resolution 2025-129, a resolution regarding adoption of the 2025 municipal budget. May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 2025-129? Motion by Councilman Demore, seconded by Council President Morgan. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Yes, Mayor, Council President Morgan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Phillips,
Yes.
Councilman Addison,
Yes.
Councilman Pagan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harron,
Yes.
Councilman Demore.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have a batch of resolutions here. It's resolutions 20, under new business. Resolution 2025-130, a resolution requesting the insertion of a special item of revenue in the budget of the Borough of Haddon Heights pursuant to NJSA 48:4-87, Chapter 159, PL 1948, 2022 Recycling Tonnage Grant. Resolution 2025-131, a resolution authorizing an award of a non-fair and open contract for a special solicitor for labor and employment matters, Armando V. Riccio, thank you. LLC. Resolution 2025-132, resolution authorizing an award of a non-fair and open contract for administrative agent services for affordable housing matters, CGP and H. Resolution 2025-133, resolution approving change order number 1, final for the Lake Street Pump Station Emergency Standby Pumping Equipment Project. Resolution 2025, resolution 134, resolution approving a change order number 1, final for the 2024 Haddon Heights Road Program reconstruction of Garden Street. Resolution 2025-135, resolution authorizing submission of a grant application for the Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse. Resolution 2025-136, a resolution authorizing the hiring of a career firefighter for the Borough of Haddon Heights, Barrington Fire Department, Kevin Herman. Resolution 2025-137, a resolution authorizing refunds of the summer recreation fees. Resolution 2025-138, a resolution authorizing refund of a tax overpayment. Resolution 2025-139, a resolution authorizing the payment of bills and claims for the second half of May. Resolution 2025-140, a resolution providing for a meeting not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12, potential donation of these surveillance cameras on Station Avenue. Discussions expected to be about 15 minutes in duration. Formal action may be taken on the foregoing matters following executive session. May I have a motion for those resolutions, please?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Pagan. May I have a second? Second by Councilman Harron. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Yes, Mayor, Council President Morgan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Phillips,
Yes.
Councilman Addison,
Yes.
Councilman Pagan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harron, Councilman Demore.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before we recess into executive session, I'll open it up for public comment on anything at all. If you have public comment on anything at all, step up to the microphone, state your name and the town you live in for the record. Yep, step on up to the microphone, ma'am. Yep, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hi. Can you? Beth Thomas. I live at 610 Sycamore Terrace. I've been in Heights for 20 years, actually 30. 10 at Sycamore and 20 at Prospect Ridge. My kids were raised here, went through the schools. I am dealing with an issue. Sycamore Terrace is an itty bitty little street, and I'm having a neighbor, a rescue dog who was afraid of flashing lights. And there is an ordinance already it's actually under the dog section, saying they should be off from 10 to 7. Turn it off when you go to bed. And I have a number of people who are refusing to do that. And there's no place, I only have like one small area to walk her. She actually is afraid of the dark. So we only go between our house and across the street, and that's it. And the way the lights are set up, when we move it out to the lamppost, she tears me home. 78 pounds of fear. I just wanted to put an ordinance. There is no light ordinance about turning it off when you go to bed. That same person actually ticketed the police for trespassing because I was unplugging her so I could walk the dog and then plug it back in again. That was actually Rita in the police department had recommended that of how to get her walked because, 2 doors down is the That's the Oswald. The other side, 2 doors down, has another issue also. So I have to kind of avoid her with them by walking with her along the wall and then cross, and then we get, there's no way to avoid her.
So this, you're referring to the lights that people have, the exterior lights they have on their home?
Yes. And Holiday is fine, and she actually, the Oswalds are the issue mostly. But it would solve the problem with the other ones too. I don't want to trespass, but I need my dog walked, and there's no place to go.
Okay.
In January, I had the police out, and they said I wasn't allowed to walk on their path because there's a little sidewalk up there on the hill. And one officer said to do that, but I wasn't comfortable with it because she's going to remember and she's going to want to do it, when the other people are around. I tried taking her to another block a couple different times. That didn't work. She dragged me home, and in the fierce January wind, I had to go get my car. Which is not funny. That was the last time I did that. Just if it was in the ordinance, right now the police it started up again. I thought I had until Christmas, but she put her Easter lights out and blinking. Why? She has enough other lights. She's doing it to make a point. I don't understand.
Ms. Thomas, can we have the opportunity to review what you provided us here tonight? I know
Oh,
there's several
absolutely.
pages, and we'll take an opportunity to read through this.
Really
And
appreciate
we've
that.
heard your concerns regarding the personal decorative lights that are used on people's homes. And let us look into this for you, and we'll get back to you.
Would appreciate that.
Can you provide us best way to contact?
Yes, right on top.
Oh, her number's right there? Oh, I do see it. I see your number right there. Perfect. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Mrs.
sir.
Thomas, and we'll read through this, take into consideration, see what we can do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Since it's such a busy place. Greg Palmer here. So at the planning commission, am I supposed to do anything?
Just Greg Palmer, 8 Haddon Heights. First Ave, Haddon
First
Heights.
Avenue, Haddon Heights. So at the planning commission last Tuesday, and I didn't realize it, that the hours for construction are from 7 to 9.
Mhm.
And none of our neighbors did that. When did that become, we all thought it was like 7 to 5. Has that always been 7 to 9?
Construction hours are 7 to 9?
That's what the 301 ordinance, you told me this last week, right? Yeah.
I know they begin at
9,
7, but I
Saturdays
didn't.
and Sundays, it's 8 to 8. Yeah. Yeah, and everybody thought it was, in our neighborhood, it was all 7 to 5. And I just wondered when that happened, or when it didn't happen, or if it's always been the case, or it was driven by contractors. As I told you last week, when the landscapers are out with their,
Yes, you and I were talking
it's
about
very
it.
hard to sit outside. And it's not the landscaper's fault because the lobbyists didn't put mufflers on the machines, but it is what it is, so to speak. And
So,
is that always been 7 to 9?
You can probably see when it was
It's-
drafted.
yeah, they're trying to see when was maybe amended or changed. While they examine, is there a specific request, Mr. Palmer? that-
No, I just wondered, is it how it got there, or where did it start from, or is it something that can be looked at to modify?
I think that's your request to ask us to look at that ordinance would be warranted. and,
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
I know
sure-
years ago, my aunt lived in Medford Lakes, and they had no power tools on Sunday.
Yep.
Even if the owner had it.
Yeah, and specifically even regarding till 9 o'clock, the thought that is pretty late.
You know,
Very late.
I mean, I don't know if many people use it that late.
Right,
Most with labor being as it is, it's
Right.
very hard.
right.
And painting, it really wouldn't matter if you're doing that anyway. That was
Mhm.
3 of the items: construction, painting, and landscaping. So painting is not really an issue.
Right.
But it's just if you're sitting out, and especially as you get to daylight savings times, you know.
Yes. So, no, I think what your request for us to look into that ordinance and the hours of operation is warranted. And I believe everybody on council would agree. We can take a look into that
Yeah.
and see what we can possibly do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not earth shattering. It's just more summertime than I guess winter time,
100%.
you know.
So we do see it was adopted in 2004. Certainly seems late, 9
It-
o'clock at night.
And I wonder if it's a language thing where it could have meant if a contractor was working on the interior of a home into the evening, like a paint, like, you know what I mean? Like something like a project like that, not necessarily a full construction project of a
yeah.
renovation or redevelopment. So
I guess-
perhaps it's a revision of language. It's something we can look at.
Yeah, it
That's
just
not-
came to, because of the house that we're putting next door, they
Yep.
figure it's a 6-month job.
Yep,
And I don't expect our contractors to be working past 5 based on prevailing wage rates.
right.
But, there might be 3 contractors, subcontractors, and one does the first job and someone else does something
Yep.
else.
Understood.
And we're not driving piles like they do in Ocean City, so we're way ahead of the game.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, thanks for
Sure.
bringing it to our
Well,
attention.
yep.
All right, all the best.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Mullin.
Thank you.
Any other public comment? All right, not seeing any other public comment. I'll close the public comment portion. We're going to recess into this quick executive session, and should be about 15 minutes. I'm out of executive session. Motion by Councilman Pagan. May I have a second? Seconded by Councilman Phillips. All those in favor? Any opposed or abstained? Thank you. We're out of executive session. Not seeing anything to act on. May I have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Councilman Addison. May I have a second? Second by Councilman Demore. All those in favor? Any opposed or abstained? Thank you.
Great job, Mayor. The fact that you went to immediate summarizing
I recognize.
the plaques